Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. We are in Pacific Bay. Deadly Legacy, Case 36 in Ivywood Hills. Let's head on to chapter number 3. Mr. Hatchman, please get a hold of yourself. This is your baby you're talking about. Margaret wouldn't have wanted this. Well, you don't understand. Last night when she didn't come home, I went looking for her. But when I finally found her in the symphony room, I was so mad she was working late that I asked for a divorce. I feel horrible. I just want to have her back. You want a divorce? Alright, Mr. Hatchman, please stop crying and take your baby back. Marshal Ace will speak with you once you're calm. Ace, things are getting a little out of hand. I agree. Let's check out the symphony room once more. We need to catch this killer. Yeah, dude, you're just flying off the deep end, man. Nuts. I think it's him. Mr. Hatchman, you asked your wife for a divorce, then she died, and then you give us your baby? Quite a few missing pieces to the puzzle here. I just don't know what to do now that she's gone. I can't help but feel responsible for her death. I knew she was overwhelmed with work, and I wanted to help. I even learned some Latin to show I was interested in her new project. But then whenever I asked her to come home, she'd just go get her nails done. I finally got fed up and asked for the divorce, but that's not what I really wanted. Now she's dead, and her last thought was thinking that I didn't love her. Her last thought was probably hoping the lion wouldn't eat her. But I loved her. Now I've got all his wine to drink my sorrows away. Handing your baby over wasn't a good way of showing you cared, Mr. Hatchman. Even if your tears are real, you're not off the hook. I love Amy. She's like, She's getting a little diva on us. That's pretty cool. She's like, nah. Good. She's standing up for herself. I like it. I appreciate it. Definitely a little bit of a change of pace from Frank, that's for sure. Alright, VIP badge is probably one of them, right? No. Okay, anyways. Oh, shoot. Looking for torn pieces. Saxophone player. That's a guitar player. That's a saxophone player. Trash can. Banjo, harmonica, gramophone. Of course, right in the middle. Of course, I missed the one right in the middle. Nice detective eye picking up those clues, eh? Seems like the broken toy you've got there. Can you piece it back together? They say they don't go through the people's trash, but I'm sure you'll find a big clue in that trash can. Let's dig in. Alright, let's do it. Put this stuff together, see what we can find. Oh, great. Is it going to be like a little voodoo? Oh, snap. It's a voodoo doll. Oh, man. What the heck, Ace? Then they're all a doll you pieced together with the blonde hair, the clothing. It looks like our victim. What's helped us before? We should ask about this doll. Great, I'm on it. That's a little creepy, I'm not going to lie. It's a little weird. Alright, Russ, let's see what you can make out of that. While we go examine the trash can, probably have another clue within the trash can that we have to... Ooh, it's a pan flute. Interesting. Pan pipes. Pan pipes? You found pan pipes in the trash can? Who threw them away? There's faded text on it. That's even more suspicious. Let's try to retrieve that message. I knew it. Knew it. Knew we were going to have to look through that. One more time. What's that say? Oh, back off. HS. Way to go, Ace. You revealed the text on that pan pipe, so reads back off Margaret. Signed with the initials HS. That's right, Ace. HS must stand for Hannah Simmer. But why would she leave messages to the victim on the pan pipes? Well, let's go talk to her. She also seems like she could be a prime suspect. I don't know, just maybe in the way she looks. Miss Simmer, you wrote back off Margaret on those panpipes. Was she trying to steal them? I wasn't telling her to back off my instruments. I wanted her to back off my terrain. Now I respected Margaret. We had each our own battles to fight. Her directing the film, me creating musical soul for it. Yet she felt she needed to cross over and own my project. For someone who doesn't know the difference between a ballad and a concerto, she shared a lot of opinions on what she didn't like about my music. She might be the queen of film directing, but I'm the expert in music composition. My music, my vision is mine, and nobody dare step on it. Or else what, Miss Simmer? Would you kill her in order to protect your vision? Well, I'm just saying, boundaries must be set. Music is my territory, and she was trying to invade. I have to protect what's mine. Alright, lady. Anyways, guys, see you guys back in 9 hours. I've been pitching guys 8-8. Au revoir. Alright, folks, we're back. Let's finish off this creepy doll. Glad to see you both okay after catching that lion earlier. Would have been tragic to see you guys as lunch meat, especially you, Amy. Wow. Laying it on a little thick there, Russell. Thanks for caring about me. Thanks, Russell, but we don't have time for chit-chat. What did you find out about the doll? Well, this doll, Ace fixed, is coincidentally also connected to our furry friend. This doll belongs to the lion? Well, I wouldn't say doll, rather a chew toy. Just as pet owners give dogs a special toy to bond with, the same was made here for the lion. With such an aggressive animal, however, giving the habit of gnawing at something will develop the habit of attacking similar objects or people. The fact that this toy looks like your victim means whoever made it likely imagined her being chomped by a lion in real life. Wow, Ace is right. The only person who make that lion's toy is a lion tamer. Brad Belinsky. I can see a killer making a doll like this. Better go talk to Brad now. Now, pronto. What's up, Brad? What do you have to say for yourself? Mr. Belinsky, we'd like to know why you gave a chew toy shaped like our victim to the lion, especially since Margaret was then killed by said lion. One could say that by creating a chew toy resembling her, you are preparing your lion to do the same to Margaret. Man, I love Amy. She has come back on fire in this district, man. Yes, I made that toy, but I wasn't training Brutus to kill Margaret. I know it looks suspicious, but making that doll was my personal way to get back at Margaret, who mistreated Brutus and me. She treated us like slaves, always overworking at us, yelling at us, even throwing stuff at Brutus's cage when she was in a bad mood. She wouldn't let me feed Brutus until I learned some Latin phrases. I wasn't even in her dumb movie, but she still said I had to learn it that if I wanted to work with her on set. Wow, well, you clearly harbored a lot of rage against Margaret. Don't stray far, Mr. Belinsky. Marshal Ace will be back sooner than you think. I don't see it being him, but it could be. What a colossal case, Ace. Shh. But we're so close to finding Margaret Hatchman's killer. What else do we need? Okay. That's fantastic. We just have to take a moment here to just appreciate the wonder that is Ramirez. Going back and doing the elite mode, I was able to figure out, you know, Ramirez again. I think I like him more than Jones. Honestly, I haven't seen Jones in a long time, but Ramirez was by far the best. Ace, Amy, I'm back with the information you requested about which of your suspects used bath salts. Wow, that costume. You really take things literally with these investigations, don't you? I live life on the wild side. But anyway, I asked a local spa and they said that Hannah Simmer often books bath salts treatments, and definitely the actor Tobias Frankenberger uses them. He's always talking about the benefits of bath salts in men's magazines. Finally, I saw the victim's husband buying some at the market. He yelled out when he saw my costume, but confirmed he uses bath salts often. Well, thanks, Ramirez. This is key information to catching the killer. But Ace is right. It's not enough. Should we take one final look at the crime scene? Let's go catch that killer. Yep. So, like I said, I didn't think it was Belinsky, so that basically rules him out. It's one of those guys. Definitely could be the husband. It could be Miss Simmer. I don't know. Music. I don't know. Maybe she was too caught up in the music and wanted to make sure everything was Hakuna Matata. No pun intended. Actually, it's intended a little bit. All right. Peacock, horse, hourglass, wooden box. Nice. Chisel. That's obviously going to be a clue. And grapes. Perfect. And we have enough stars to be able to go through everything. Good thing you've got an eye for finding clues, Ace. This movie equipment crate is surely hiding something, and you'll find it fast. What's this tool? A chisel, you say? Maybe it was used to carve something. Oh my, that's right, Ace. We know the killer used some tool to carve the stone you found on the crime scene. This must be it. You pull off DNA on the chisel's handle. That will clue us in on the killer. Go get that sample, Ace. Darn tootin', I'm going to. Maybe when we end up doing a little bit of, when we finally arrest the killer, we can get the misses on. We'll see. Uh-oh. Hey, that padlock you found under the movie equipment says lion's cage on it. Oh my, Ace, it's gotta be a lock that opened the lion's cage. I agree, the killer had to handle that padlock to unleash the lion. And maybe they left a clue. Let's get this padlock to the lab. Yeah, let's definitely do that. It's gonna be one of the most that's probably gonna be one of the more vital clues. Unless the chisel is gonna tell us if it's male or female. Huh. Are those drugs? What is that? Or is it just hair? Ooh, 9 energy, sweet. Great, you collected some of what must be the killer's DNA off the chisel. Let's get it back to the lab. And that, my friends, is gonna be waiting for the lab. I'll see you guys in 15 hours. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, we're back. Great work sending the DNA sample to me, Ace, because you've helped unlock a key evidence.
Come on, Yan, get to it. Ace gave you the killer's DNA, so couldn't you figure out who they are by now?
Amy, you do know things aren't that easy. The fastest result I could get is that the DNA belongs to someone with brown eyes. Considering the victim had blue eyes, there's no way it belonged to her, meaning...
I got it. Sorry to cut you off, Yan, but Ace would've if I hadn't. The killer has brown eyes.
Yep, so I can't be the killer. Alright, we're almost done. We just gotta finish off the padlock and arrest this mofo. Great find here, Ace. The killer must have hid the lock after taking it off the lion's cage, but thankfully we've got your detective skills. While the killer thought to hide the lock, they didn't think to try to hide the evidence off of it, at least not well enough.
Great! Did you find fingerprints? Do they match our suspects?
She's so angry. Calm down, Amy. They weren't fingerprints, but I did find something unusual around the keyhole. Tiny gold flakes. The flecks could only come from jewelry. I also identified scratch marks around the hole that must come from a pin. Putting 2 and 2 together, the golden flecks and pin could only be one thing, a golden brooch.
Amazing find, Ace. Our killer might like golden brooches, but the only jewel they'll have soon are shiny handcuffs.
Oh,
you
man.
collected all the evidence, Ace. The killer may have won the battle by killing Margaret, but by catching them, we'll certainly win the war. Come on, Ace. Let's go arrest the killer.
She's got almost as many bad puns as the judge. Alright, I think it's this bra. Oh, she doesn't have brown eyes. Oh, man, is it this guy or is it this guy? Is it? It is him. Oh, man. This is no bueno. He was the actor that got killed in the first scene. He's upset.
Tobias Frankenberger, you may be an actor, but that doesn't mean you can get away with the act of murder, especially for killing Margaret Hatchman.
What's that, sweetheart? You caught me at happy hour.
We know you went to see Margaret at the nail salon with the storyboard. You must have been enraged to be killed off in the first scene.
I was promised a leading role, you know, and to only appear merely for seconds left me feeling upset, but not in the mood for a murderous rampage.
You then convinced Margaret to meet you on the set where you knocked her out with a shield. Marshal Ace found your bath salts on the handle.
So an old man took a bubble bath. Sounds harmless to me.
I wouldn't call using your golden brooch to unlock the lion cage harmless. You did it to unleash the lion on Margaret.
But that's absurd. Why would I unleash a lion? I'd be scared for my own life.
That's why you shackled Margaret to the ground, so she'd be the easy target. But after attacking her, the lion came after you, chasing you all the way to the symphony room where
I was clever enough to know where the emergency exit was. Yes, I killed her, but I planned it perfectly.
Oh, you planned all right. Enough to write a death threat beforehand. Your Latin couldn't outfool Marshal Ace. You clearly like things scripted, Mr. Frankenberger, because this was premeditated murder. You're under arrest, and your acting skills won't hold up before the judge.
Tobias Frankenberger, is that you? Last I saw you, you were playing a grumpy old man with 3 ghosts and a ton of presents. Boy, were you evil in that. Let's just call it good acting. Well, apparently it's not just acting. You've gone and murdered someone. What happened? You used to be the lovable grandpa of cinema. I don't want to be remembered as a grandpa. I want to be remembered as a star. It's true, I haven't landed any great roles lately, and so I needed this last part to be epic. My final image is one of the greatest actors of all time. Our legacy is what matters most. Human lives are forgettable, but if we do something great, something memorable, those actions echo in eternity. Well, your actions ended you up behind bars, Tobias Frankenberger. Is court and sentence you to... Wait, the Ivywood Film Awards are coming up. I can still attend, right? Fat chance, Scrooge. They don't allow entrance to criminals. Now go on. You're sentenced to 20 years, or until you're a ghost yourself. All rise.
Well done, Ace. You solved another tricky murder, and I got to wear my lion padding, all in a successful day. It's scary to think that people actually kill for legacy, though there's no doubt you'll always be remembered as the top of Pacific Bay, Ace.
Yes. Darn tootin'. Alright guys, well this has been Chapter 3. I'll see you guys all in the additional investigation. This has been Pitching Ace 88.
And the missus.
Over and out.